permanent for a long time. I'm not going to move them out of here until we've got like serious stability in food. And even then, all it's going to take is some asshat walking in here and kicking like a stack of fucking 1,000 or 10,000 or some shit like that, and then bam, we're back to being like food poverty situation. So yeah, either way, they've got like 1,000 kibble. We've got nearly the limit. I'm trying to get where we can see it. We've got nearly the limit on pemmican. We actually have eggs, but I don't think there are eggs, like turkeys, emus and shit. We still have a lot of food, although somebody's either kicked the stack of potatoes or somebody's touching the stack of potatoes because potatoes are missing. The meat has basically just dissipated. It's gone. We bought so much meat. We had like this massive wall of meat. We have nearly 6,000 of the simple meals, which means that's nearly capped as well. Somebody's touching it actively. I can't see it. I love when these colonists like touch something and I can't see it for a minute. And we've got like 2,000 odd packaged survival meals, which means that they're back to probably making those, which Lincoln just made one. Yeah, I'd say we're on the cusp of capping the simple meals again. I don't want to hold more than 6,000 of something that can expire if we have a solar event. Like pemmican and packaged survival meals, they will persist if we don't have electricity. And pemmican will feed the animals as much as us. And we have kibble, which means that the cats and panthers should be able to eat. Mind you, the cats and panthers just go fucking help themselves to whatever the fuck's around the place. So most of the time, the little fuckers eating these. But I need them to still be able to walk in here and haul shit. So I can't tell them to fuck off out of there. As long as they can reach it from like a tile away, they can reach it, kind of thing. Labia, I kind of want you to take a break after that. I might grab a Rayla. I know she's pretty prone to mental breaks, but I'll grab you out here. And we have inspired recruitment from Cheddar. Nice. I don't have any prisoners right now. I had the option to take prisoners earlier tonight, but I don't want them. So we just murdered everyone. We made a masterwork simple helmet. Good on you, mate. And the extra benches. I don't know what that was. I guess a horse got cold. Anyway, we have... What is this? This is also... Okay, I need somebody. Clark, Sayo, Kangaroo. I'm looking for somebody that does smelting stuff. I know alligator can do a lot. Not rabbit. Go out a little bit more. It's not camel, it's Campbell I'm looking for. Specifically Campbell or Young would be my two that I want. I know Young will probably be in here. He's like almost always in here. Or almost always in here. There's Young. I fucking knew it. Okay, Young mate. Buddy mate. When you're done working on that, can I get you to just... I know you're great at crafting shit and stuff, but I really just need you to stack up some work orders here. Because I don't give a shit about the stuff getting smelted. And I know I could reorganize that. But ultimately, I will want stuff smelted and stuff. I want you to literally just burn the ever-loving shit out of all the tainted apparel that happens to be in the colony, because we keep finding that shit in here and nobody's moving out of here because I don't actually have a storage location for it, because if it's outside it gets left outside and eventually it rots or it gets like burnt, you know, one of the two. Legrand has made uranium dining chair. Nice. And it's a masterwork too. Alright, let's have a look at how we're going with these chairs. Get rid of a couple of them. We've got an excellent. I'm not keeping excellent, I'm trying to keep the really, really good ones. Masterwork, good. Excellent. I mean, excellent is still an excellent chair, obviously, but I want to put specifically masterworks to have something to bait my colonists into breaking up in the prison. So, this was the quickest way to get these fuckers built, by the way. Okie dokie. So, I will grab a couple of these. Hopefully they've deconstructed some stuff up in the prison. They have not. Hey Lauren, mate, what are you up here doing? I'm wondering, what do you do? Skizzer does some shit. You've been around for a hot minute, but you're probably going to sleep. Yeah, you're going off to sleep. Lincoln, mate, I got stuff for you to do. I know you can deconstruct. I know you're a bloke for this shit. Get in here. Lincoln's been around for long enough that I know he can do crap. So ain't no hiding that stuff. I want you to deconstruct those. Ultimately, I'd like to get rid of the other crummy stuff. Like, these ones are just good. I do want to make more plasteel chairs. Also, this chair is facing the wrong way. Let's maybe fix that shit up if you're in the area. Alright. And I also want to move this over. So, yeah. Anyway, he'll be busy with that for a moment. And what is going on with my electrics in this area? Does your colony have a graveyard? No, I cremate everyone when they die because I think you get corpse obsession or something that you can have as like a mental break. And I saw that happen once and I was like, nah, fuck that. Never again. So yeah, we definitely don't have that. And with this many colonists, if they have a mental break and they do something like that, it is a colossal impact, like a whole wave across the colony. Psychic Soothe. I was almost about to say thank you because I'm like, I'm so used to you guys like throwing Psychic Soothes, but I'm like, this doesn't have, you guys can't spawn shit. That's not the save I wanted to save on that. I think I saved on an auto save. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Psychic Soothe won't be too bad. They're mostly pretty chill at the moment anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, no, I couldn't also have a capacity for like a graveyard either. Like, we haven't got a lot of dead colonists. We've got like 82 colonists dead across like the 3 years that this has been running. But at the same time, like, if I was trying to like bury them, I also don't know if they have a problem when like you move location. Because like we've been moving across the map. So I don't know if they'd have an issue leaving colonists buried behind and stuff. But we basically have set up that if a colonist dies or we fight raiders and they die here, we cremate them. Every so often somebody breaks this and then I have to rebuild it. There is a problem with that. Lou, mate, can you rescue Lou? I know you're probably already coming in here. Got burn, scar, dementia, hearing loss. I don't think I've got another ear for you, mate. Actually I do. We'll see if we can at least get you put under because you're going to keep doing this. Fawn, mate, you want to rescue. If somebody can put them out while they're in here. Honestly, if Green or Dali or McPherson or Kimmy is in the area, I'll just grab them. I know Franklin was here just a minute ago. But, not McJolly. Kit Kat's here. Are you the one that does medical or are you the other one? You're the other one. That's fine. I've also got a few colonists that have got the same name as each other. I have Kit, I've got Cat, and I've got Kit Kat. So it does make it a little bit difficult to know which one's got fucking what. Okay, Franklin, mate. Are you coming in to feed... You coming in to feed Trosma? Can I get you to operate on... I know Vivo was on dibs on that. But can you just do that? Because I think Lou's going to keep, like, wobbling out of bed. And I think if you can get to it, because you've got a really high medical, so he'd be a good surgery for this. Obviously, there are other people in here that are better. But Franklin's right here, and Franklin's a pacifist, so it's not like I'm going to need him out on any battle. Also, Human, how are you doing post-wedding? Come back here. How are you feeling? So you got married, Psychic Soothe, recreation fully satisfied, luxuriously comfortable, unbelievably impressive dining room, opinionated husband, extremely impressive room, decent bedroom. Well, that's nice. At least they're happy. They are in serious pain and it's dark outside because, yeah, it's dark outside. It's fucking nighttime. I don't know why you'd be in pain. I guess it's just your stab scar thing. I don't think I said that sentence right, but that's okay. Anyway, now Lou is finally fucking under anesthetic, so unless he dies that, he should be fine. I'm not doing like a lot of stuff for him because he is on like, he's slowly working his way through the death list. But yeah, he can have an ear since he's still like alive and contributing in all the business sort of thing. It's just an ear. That one's good. That one's masterwork. That one's good. Excellent. Normal and good. Okay, now Lincoln should have been finished up here. Yep. And E's running off to probably sleep. So I kind of don't have enough space for the beds, the chairs, sorry, that I'm bringing up. So I don't want an excellent, I want the Masterworks, preferably. Yeah, there we go. All right, I only have like 3 or 4 of them, so we might have removed sufficient enough chairs for what I'm doing. That one's a Masterwork. The more of something they make, the more likely it is to be really, really high quality, just out of interest. That one's a Masterwork. All right, there looks like there's maybe one more to bring up. This one's a Masterwork. I'm just going to tuck that up the back so we don't accidentally destroy that. And it will be up in here. This one's good, and that one's good. Nina Love, after you're building the carpet, can I get you up here for a moment? I'll get you to install that, and I'll get you to just deconstruct some shit. That way all this crap gets out of the way. And then I'll look at, like, I'm happy enough to maybe make these, like, uranium. And if it's a Masterwork or something like that, maybe I'll move it down to, like, the kitchen or something. I do want to make a shit ton more, like, proper chairs for them, like, really good quality. Like, maybe take them all up to excellence. That would be great. But it is going to use a fair bit of plasteel. I've got like 4,000 plasteel, but on top of that, I've got a couple of nubs of like plasteel spots to mine. I just don't have any spare mining thingies at the moment, I don't think. This one doesn't have electricity. That would be why it's not running. So, I don't know how much of this is smooth wall and or we made the wall. I think I got rid of the organic wall to make a wall here. I feel like that's what happened. So, I'm looking for deep drills right now. I need that to come off. We have... that one's still in use. These ones are still in use. That one's been removed. They're still in use. One down here's gone. They're still using. They're still in use. That one's still in use. That was an empty. Alright, hold on. Let's grab you. Pop you up here on this. Where else we have any others that are currently not working? I'm waiting for this lot to finish. I want so badly for this whole group of mining stuff to fuck right off so that I can actually like just put solar here. And I've been waiting for so fucking long because it takes them forever to get up here. And I don't think my people that do mining like live up here. I think they're on the bottom half of the map, which would make sense. I don't see any others that are expired. Okay. And I saw a raccoon, so we're going to go hunting because we're not going to see much in winter, unfortunately. And if I can harvest it, I will get it. And as for the trees, I won't do a double harvest because I'll accidentally pull up all the stumps and I don't want to do that. So I think we've got about as much wood as we can get before winter. Whatever else they happen to pick up, like it's -6. So all the plants outside are going to start dying real soon, unfortunately. And we finally have a gold table. So once they move that over, that'd be great. I've got like, I could probably fit another game of Ur up here actually. I don't know if I have a spare, but I'll have a look. I'll have a look around for that. And I'm bringing up another Masterwork chair, which means I want to get rid of, if it's excellent or lower. That one's excellent or lower. Okay, I can put that there once it's brought up. And I don't have heat in here at this time. But I was going to potentially move these down. Initially, I was going to put hospital beds down in here. But I do have like a few. I just don't really want them to have like the prison in here and there and have that many spare beds. Like I've got 8. If I ignore that bit up there, we then have 10 hospital beds. So yeah, we can have like up to 18 prisoners unless I want to turn these into like normal beds kind of thing, which I could. I could probably still do that if I wanted to like move them over by one. Let's see, Campbell's got the flu. Campbell, I was getting you to like do stuff before. So we've got, what, 2 people have the flu and 1 person has the plague. Again. I mean, it's only like 1 person each. I am still, like, I kind of want a decent raid already, but like, I'm also kind of happy that we don't have a raid after like last week. But yeah, it's been a hot minute since we had anything. The last one we had was a big infestation up in the bedrooms. And then there was nothing for ages. We got ambushed and stuff. But yeah, we have mostly had like the flu, the plague, muscle parasites, gut worms. We had something else in there too, food poisoning, and I'm forgetting something. Oh, malaria. We had malaria, food poisoning, flu, muscle parasites, gut worms, and whatever else all at the same time last time. Which basically like sent half of the colony into like hospital beds for ages. But yeah. They seem to be mostly all calmed down. I've just got to check that people are like not in an incapacitated state. They can't get up. Like Lou should be finally had his other ear done. And he's still under, so she shouldn't be rocking out of bed, hopefully. And his right hand needs to be done. You got a scratch. You got a lung disorder. A lot of my people missing lungs. Emmy's got malaria, but it's minor. Yeah, you're missing a lung. Wait, what is the right tibia? Okay, well, it's only a crack. It's not like it's a break, and you're the one with the flu. Okay, so we've got flu, malaria, and what was that last one? Hold on a second. Hold on, that's muscle parasites. It was also flu. No, that's fine. All right. Vaughn has got muscle parasites. They'll be sore for a while. It should be fine. And as far as I can tell, I think the kitchen is capping, and we've got 100,000 wood in storage. So winter's pretty much kind of go. If we were to get a cold snap in spring, I think we could handle it. At this point, any additional food that we can get off the ground out here, which I don't really think anything's growing anymore at this point. Yeah, out of temperature growth range. Okay, so basically this is not replantable. Basically all the, I don't want to say everywhere is not plantable, but basically outside is not plantable anymore, because we're outside of temperature. So none of the shit is growing, which means if it gets harvested, I don't want them to replant it. I kind of should be okay over here to just grab everything. It should be not including that internal grow room. Okay. And same with up here. Everything outside should be set to don't harvest it. Don't plant it. Pretty sure up here is already no. Okay. So whatever is growing, I don't think it's going to finish growing. I think we've got as much food as we can possibly get, and I think the animals can eat them as partially grown plants. So we've got two ground areas. We've got the corn inside and we've got the potatoes inside, which, yeah, I thought I accidentally grabbed that. They are both going to grow through winter, and then we have however many fucking hydroponics rooms I've got. Hold on a second. I made so many more than I wanted to have in so many places I never wanted to be. So we have 10 hydroponics rooms as well. So hopefully that carries our ass over winter with what food we have. Because a lot of this fresh grown shit, I'm sure that they'll take it into the kitchen, and because there'll be like nothing getting made, although let's hope that they cap their numbers. So we're only just like dabbling on the end of it, because everybody's going to make packaged survival meals now once it's all capped. And yeah, then we should be pretty good for food over winter, and I should be able to start working on fucking armor and other shit, and I don't know, remember how to like re-equip them all with their weapons and like prepared for like battle and all sorts of stuff. What is that? Unfinished armor. This looks like a mangled heap of crap, honestly. And I have a spare heater. My only problem is I have one room I think I looked at that I didn't have one of these in, and I considered putting it, but I haven't done it yet. I also have multiple heaters for those dining rooms. I haven't done it yet. So I have one heater up in here. I could put a second one in here, realistically. It should be fine. It won't be quite in like the same spot. I could put it like here. Okay. Also, did I move the 5 foam popper? wherever I am. Hang on a second. Yes, I did. Okay, so we'll have the extra heater. We have 2 heaters in here, but one of them's not on. So in the event of a cold snap, we should be able to hold our own too if it happens in winter. Obviously, there's not much I could do for them outside, but I could increase all the heaters, and I could even turn on the heaters that are actually, I have heaters in the kitchen. So, and I have multiple heaters in these rooms as well. So I could buff it up if I needed to, which means if they have the time, I can probably start doing floors. Also the solar, that's what I was also working on. I don't know if they can get to it from the back of that. Whoop, that ain't where I want that. Alright, I want you guys to bring this forwards. The problem I had with this was I was supposed to like move it forwards by like a whole heap, and we lose the one on the end. But when I lost the one on the end, I kind of misjudged where it was all supposed to be. So it's fine. I'll get you. I know Armadillo's got dibs on that after you, but that's fine. And I'll make this a little bit bigger here. I would like to try to change out a couple of their grow spots, like what's growing in a couple of the areas for like, although if they had a heat wave, like hypothetically, if they had a heat wave between like now and winter, shit might still grow outside during part of winter and we might get some of this crops. And some of this stuff is harvestable. As long as I don't hit the corn and they over harvest that. I'll come back to the corn in a second, but there's a lot of stuff inside that is harvestable. And I don't know about up here. If it's harvestable, they can go get it. And as for in here, I want to make sure you guys don't accidentally harvest this shit, because this, if it harvests early, we don't get as much. There we go. All right, I think that's all of that. And I don't know if that one's good to go. That one is not. That one will probably go anyway. I could probably harvest it outside, but yeah. So I've done a pre-cull of the animals. I think we've got enough food. It's the very, very last day of fall, and it's already like -2 during the middle of the day outside, so shit ain't growing. And we have 10 hydroponic rooms, unlike last year where we had fucking none, just about. So like we've got enough days worth of food. I don't know if we have like, you know, all the days. Like I started the night with like 12, and then it said we had like about 18, give or take, like rough numbers and stuff. So we might have enough if everything's all good, and if nobody kicks a stack or tantrums, hypothermia or something like that. So if everything's calmed the fuck down, I may actually have a chance to put weapons back on everybody, which means everybody will be once again like armed and ready for like a raid if a raid happened. As far as I know, turrets are all online. Hold on if I can grab them. And the turrets are all online. Most of the IED traps inside are online. I fixed up the ones that I was missing up here, which I didn't realize we were missing, and we're still building those. They won't take too long. I've just got to wait for a few more shells. Once they're built, I'll only keep like a small surplus of extra shells, and then we'll go on to, you know, all those components that we have spare will suddenly be, you know, making the armor and the weapons and all that shit. Bulk goods trader. This is our last trader. Neat. You guys made it like just in time for winter. Let me fucking go find like Corpsey or somebody. Corpsey's like our fastest one to find mostly. You're kind of already coming down here, and you look like you're sowing in areas, so I need to find out. Hold on a second. Where do you think you're sowing? In the groom. Okay, that's fine. I was going to say, if he's sowing anywhere outside, I've missed the spot. So, yeah. And we still have all this wood to bring in, which honestly, though, if it's all harvested and it's just on the ground, it should be fine. Like, we can bring it in throughout winter. You know, it will compensate for it. A lot of up top has already been collected, and the thrombos are mostly working on it down the bottom. So, like, there's a bit over here, and there's still some down here. So, I'll see what we can trade for, and then, honestly, I know I've got, like, the whole rest of the week off, but I might end stream early, because my throat, my voice is actually starting to really hurt. And it wasn't hurting before with the lack of voice, but it's hurting now. And I'm like, I don't want to destroy it and then end up with like laryngitis or something like that, where I'm not allowed to talk for like 3 to 6 weeks or some shit like last time. So yeah, we'll do our trade and then, yeah, basically I think we're okay. I think we're good for everything. I think we can kind of go back to kind of just managing the basic like colony needs and stuff, you know, getting gear, growing enough stuff. Like I'm not obviously going to be able to grow a lot of cotton over winter while we're trying to grow surplus food, clearly. But like, you know, in between all that, fuck off chicken. Literally just go fuck off somewhere else. This is not your bed. It's a medical bed. Fuck right off out of there. I'm trying to like select the beds and this chicken's like in the way. And I'm like, I don't want you. Go away. Anyway, there we go. So have an indoor heated space for the animals. It's not as hot as it could be, but it's also not nearly negative. And if I was to turn on the other heater, which I might do, as long as we have sufficient power for this. We do look like we do, but I am also missing a bunch of solar at the moment, which we're working on. So once this is all built, we should be good with power again, and I'll get the power line to come all the way up to it. Wow, we're in trade. Okay, give me a duck, give me donkeys. They should auto cull. Give me food, panther meat, warg meat. I don't need chem fuel, I don't need Nutrimine stuff. I should be buying it though when I see it, if I have the money for it. I'll buy you cloth, because basically I can drop plains leather any fucking day and have enough money for anything I want, so it's fine. It's weird having like colony wealth, but then like the disparity of like real wealth, not wealth, like real world, not wealth situation, and I'm like, it's very weird because I can buy whatever I want in the game, but in reality I'm like, I've got to like ration a lot of shit, you know. If you have gold, I'd love to buy that, but you don't. I could sell you my masterwork chair. It was in the kitchen. You guys could have that at the moment. And we'll sell a bunch of... Actually, I would rather the clothing versus the price of that. Hold on. I'm selling all the high-end shit. I don't want to do that just yet. I want to sell shit that's got a percentage on it. They will never put it back on their asses, so I might as well just offer it up for sale. That one's only good quality, so some of those might be alright. One's normal, leave that alone. That one's got a percentage. They haven't worn any of these, but it's nearly winter, so they're gonna want their little hats. So they'll probably take off their helmets for winter, which is not ideal. Okay, so I could still drop them some... I don't want to give them gold. I could give them statues, but I'm putting that shit around the place. I'll keep my chair and I'll give them some plains leather or something. So, all the way back up here. We're gonna need wool soon. Mega soft wool we're not using. Tombow fur we'll dump a bit. That's some good money. Heavy fur, wool skin, panther fur, camel hide. I'm still using a lot of blue fur around the place. You guys can have the lizard skin, bird skin. Oh, hold on, I want that. And anything else I can sell you. Sheep wool, maybe. I'm making chairs out of that. And I think I'm making animal beds. I'm not using camel hide for legitimately anything, so you guys can take some of that. Maybe drop another 200. 4, that's a little bit much. Maybe take it back to 3. Maybe 350 odd. Very close. Nearly. There we go. Alright, we'll grab all their money and I'll get them the fuck off the map, because and the reason why I kick my allies off the map, like as soon as I'm done with the trade with them, is because what can happen is if you don't need to gift them shit, right? And you have a battle happen and they get hurt, they hate you. They hate you so badly. So I don't want to deal with that shit. So it's a lot easier to just kick them off the map. And if I need help, I'll call for a trader, you know? I did tell them to leave, but... Oh, no, there they go. They're thinking about it. I like that color outfit. That's kind of nice. So we've got a little bit more like meat. We've got a little bit more cloth, which somebody will be at that pile of cloth like in a minute. And we've still got like bug meat, which nobody will willingly bring that inside. So Shadow Mate, can you go get your hands deep in some bug meat and get that shit brought in? Because ain't nobody touching that shit probably but you. And then we've got a couple of books we've also got to bring in. And they'll probably use this silver around the base. So they'll probably bring that shit in. So at the moment, what do we got? We got a masterwork t-shirt. Nice. Did you guys move the chairs? They have deconstructed them. And that one's partway through. I'm just going to say cancel on that because if I want more, I'll make more in a little bit. What? They did bring this up here, which we can reinstall like that. I have this extra masterwork one, which I will probably just get rid of their excellent chairs. Honestly, I'll just get rid of their excellent chairs and we'll just replace them with like uranium ones. And like I said, like I'll probably just designate a location near storage. Like either I can build it up down like the tunnels. That's a really good spot because it's heated, or alternatively in storage itself. And just make a shit ton of like uranium and plasteel chairs so that we can replace like a bunch of the chairs around the place. It's not much, right? But when they look at a room, a really nice chair, like a 23 or higher or whatever, can be like the difference. Like there's a 39, that's probably a masterwork, right? It will be the difference between making this room like really, really good. And even if it's dirty, they're not going to hate it. Right? And like this is just one room. I'm talking about like all their like various work rooms and stuff. I want to go around and I want to take the time to like replace all their like crappy stuff. Obviously probably not like the beds. I think I'm just going to leave their beds alone because that shuffles the colonists in and out of it and I don't really want to do that. We're obviously still like fixing up the solar and stuff. Once this is finished and in place, this will be done. I'll remove this outer lip of the wall. Obviously making sure we have gates and crap in the place. Everything's heated. It's basically almost winter and all the external grow rooms are turned off. All the internal grow rooms are ready to go for winter with heating and temperature and all that stuff. And once they finish the last couple of IED traps up here, we will then be able to do all the armor and fixing up their weapons and crap, you know? So yeah, as I said, I'm just going to finish early tonight because I am now experiencing pain with my voice loss, so I don't want to push that too far. Welcome in, Sinsmurky. Honestly, normally I'd be still going for like another 20 minutes, but I'm in like a lot of pain, so I'm